Hey, what is up, fellow Crazy Star now here, back at it with another reaction for you guys. Today we're gonna be checking out Farscape Season 1, Episode 20. Last episode definitely threw me for a loop. It ended on a cliffhanger. We see John, he's in that chair, and he pretty much sacrificed himself to, get, that injector thing off with Shanna to, give it to Aaron. And, now he's all alone getting tortured. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Super pumped. So before we start, guys, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to see this full length reaction, check us out on Patreon. All right, let's go and start it up.
Why the odds are we still here? We should starburst away from here before Grace finds out where we are.
We can't. Starburst is not available.
Oh.
Nor is propulsion.
Can't even go anywhere.
It's gone into what appears to be full labor.
Oh. She's going into labor. Worst timing.
It is not a normal Leviathan.
What? What's up with her baby? I mean, with all the stuff going on this ship, I'm not surprised. Why is she in the shape to do it?
Doggo.
I won't.
I'm strong enough to go alone.
No, you're not. I'm coming with you. If you can be an idiot, I can be an idiot.
True. Oh, getting close. Woof. Getting tore up.
Scorpy, since you're in here to spy on me.
No, I'm no spy for Scorpy.
Scorpy.
It's a magnetic crypt encoder. I get the sequence right. It can unlock the door.
Wow. That's crazy.
Everyone can block thoughts for a while, Crichton. But eventually, you'll tell the chair. I'm the only one who can block thoughts forever.
So how do you... So teach me.
What I'm blocking has nothing to do with the
He's blocking them getting to Jolena.
Calm. I've conceived hundreds of progeny. And those are only the official ones with my wife.
Oh, then you should know something about this. Oh, you should be able to help us.
I was never present at the birth.
Calibration complete.
Uh-oh.
The chair is ready, Scorpius.
Okay, good. Get out of there.
I already know everything else. I know you're living on a stolen Leviathan with escaped prisoners, and I know that Leviathan is pregnant.
You know who the daddy is?
Remember the kiss.
It's good to see you enjoying your stay with us.
Oh, she put false memories.
Don't you ever knock.
She put false memories. Now John can be like, hey, I try to keep your secret, Christ.
With this wormhole information you've given me, I now have the power to rise where I should
be. Sweet.
Grace, first found out about wormholes when I came through. I gave him the information disk in exchange for my life.
Nice.
Look, I don't know how he did it, but what you saw on there is not true.
But there's only one way to be sure it is a lie.
How?
For you to go in the chair.
Oh, sweet.
To stop that, you will have to kill me.
Oh, man. It sucks. It's like, all right, you put him in chair, and then what? Now, you're going to go back on the ship with him after the fact? Then you find out he was telling the truth? I think it's a flashlight. It was a flashlight this whole time? I thought it was a scope. Oh! What? Wait, what?
Just show me. I'm able to give a few thoughts, that's all.
Give
Rest,
a few.
my friend.
What the hell was that? He said give a few thoughts.
Also able to cloud thoughts from our minds.
Wow.
What I know deep inside, peacekeepers will never see.
Wow, that's crazy.
Can't you get to what he knows about wormholes?
No, he's fighting it.
Oh no, they turned it up on him. Oh, they gonna. Oh, they gonna learn that he killed his crewmate, and they're hiding it. He's going against the orders. Ooh, forgot about that.
John is blocking a memory from them. Scorpius thinks it has something to do with his precious wormholes, but it doesn't.
What does it have to do with?
Me.
Somewhere on this.
There is no signal coming from in there. See? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yep.
What the frill is that?
What the frill?
They're coming with me.
Nice. Oh, they found out.
So now I know why you tried to fight the chair.
Yep.
Keep searching.
Cause as soon as you're caught, I mean, they got you. You ain't getting away.
It's locked!
Yes, it is, my dear.
Oh,
Room in here.
I'm not getting in there!
That's all there is. Get inside.
Get
You
in
only
there.
have 10 microns.
you better snuggle up.
What is that?
What?
That.
Oh, it's nothing.
Helium. Yes, I don't like being in confined spaces. I get nervous.
You're disgusting.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Do you know what I learned while I was away from you? Everything I lost isn't worth a damn. And I don't want to go back to your past.
Good, good. Good she finally made that decision.
I will make you what? Your life.
Oh. Yo, ain't nobody here to stop it. Oh, he is done.
Do you want to be with her?
Oof. What is he gonna say?
Only me.
Oh, he's like, thank God. Thank God I didn't have to answer.
She's not coming with us.
What? Yeah, what did you say to her?
I didn't say anything to her. It's a decision she made on her own.
I gotta go get her.
Oh, God.
We don't have time for this.
But she made a decision for you because you didn't want to make it. Now you feel like crap because you didn't make the decision.
That's Moya's child.
Yes.
What is that?
But it's covered in weapons.
Oh, how's it? Weapons. Oh, yo, that thing looks crazy. He about to get shot. Ooh.
I thought it was about his doomsday device. About wormholes, it wasn't. It's only about the time I kissed a girl.
Really?
Not yet! Let me get out of here!
Stop it! Get out!
Run! Run! So much going on. It's so intense, this episode. Run! Woo! Oh, damn.
You're not going with them.
Better be careful. She might shoot you.
Shoot him, Jelena.
Oh! Why did you shoot him? Oh.
What about Moya's child?
He's okay.
He.
Hey.
It's a boy?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
May I give you this? It's a place I once saw. Just hold on to it.
She about to die.
Do you think if things had been different, then you could have loved me?
Ouch. Damn, that's sad. She dead? Oh, that's crazy. I thought it was other dude gonna end up getting killed, but it was her. Oh, they ended the episode. Oh man. All right, that was the episode. Definitely a wild one. Holy crap. Awesome episode. So what happened? We see that Erin, she's waking up. You know, she's back up, she's awake. She finds out that Shanna helped and brought the thing, and Jelena helped, and she's like, okay, cool, you know, where's John? And at first they didn't want to tell her, but then we see Dargo tells her, and then she's like, oh, okay, he's still there, holy crap, let's go get him. And you know, at first they're like, no, but she got suited up. She's like, you're not stopping me. And then we see Dargo and Zan, they get suited up too, and like, we going too. So we're gonna go save John. You know, so we see John, he's still getting tortured and all that stuff. He ends up going back to his cell. You see the little crazy guy that's in there, and we come to find out he is not so crazy at all. that he's been there for like 2 years and had 100 times in the chair, but he's actually not crazy. He's been playing crazy, and he can control the chair, you know. And then we see that he's been working on like this thing that's supposed to find the sequence to unlock the door, but you only can use it one at a time. And so it's going to take a long time to unlock that door. Back on the ship, we see that Moya has been flying like erratically, can't starburst, can't do anything like that. And we find out she is in labor, like baby is coming. So we see Jolena, she patches in on the, you know, whatever she was using to patch in. She's patching through the intercom and all that, and the camera. And she's telling John like, hey, when you go back in the chair, I need you to, you know, tell them about the kiss. You know, that's the whole reason why he's been resisting the whole thing. But you know, he's like, what? That don't make any sense. It's the whole thing. I'm trying to protect you so they don't, you know, see that, so they won't kill you. But she was like, you know, cause he's like ready to break, you know, so she was like, I got this, don't worry about it. So he goes in the chair. And he's still trying to fight it, but then it comes, the kiss and all that stuff. And then they show them kiss and then move away, and it's a different girl. And then they show him and Christ talking and how, you know, they're kind of working together a little bit. And John gave Christ the information about the wormholes and all this stuff. And it was awesome. It's just the way it worked out. And then Christ is like, no, that's not real. That's not real. And the guy's like, well, it's memories. You can't fake it. And, you know, he's, you know, also there's given details about how Christ, like when he learned about Christ and all that stuff, about how he became a peacekeeper and all that stuff. And he was given away by his dad and all that stuff. You know, so he's like, hey, well, you know, they know all these how he knows all these details if this is not real. And Christ is like, oh, I don't know. This is, you know, I don't know how he knows that. It's fake. So they're like, all right, well, this is one way we can find out. You got to go in the chair. And Christ is like, yeah, right. I'm not going in this chair. I'm a captain. You know, I outrank you and all that stuff. He was like, oh, not when you're here. Then he was actually talking to Christ's men. It's like, hey, you're going to put him in this chair, you know, or you're going to have to kill me and everyone here. So they ended up putting Christ on the chair. And, you know, obviously Christ is fighting because he has stuff to hide as well. And they're really cranking it up on him. They find about his dad and all that stuff. And then they find out Christ killed his second in command and all that stuff because he was not, you know, following orders, you know. And, you know, obviously he didn't seem like he really cared, the guy. But now he knows, hey, this is, you know, obviously he's not lying. While all that's happening, we see they made it to the base, and Aaron went down to go look for John. And we see John, he is like, he can't take it. Like, he's really breaking and all that stuff, to the point where we find out about this guy that's in the cell with him. He took his mask off, and like, he was glowing. His face was glowing. Like, what the heck is this? And he was like, hey, I'm gonna give you some memories to soothe you and all this stuff. So we come to find out this guy is a certain race where they can control their memories and their like emotions and stuff like that. They can suppress and all that stuff. So that's why he can, you know, fight the chair, because he actually can shut off and shut on. He can give his memories and emotions away and all that stuff. So he can show people and all that stuff. So it's crazy. And he was saying like his people were killed by peacekeepers, but he was captured so they can just toy with him and all that stuff and experiment and stuff like that. We see Aaron, she rolls into Jelena, and they find out where John is. And so they think of a plan. They go, we see Aaron, she goes to the cell with this guy, and she's like, hey, you know, there's a, you know, electrical, you know, interference that's coming from the cell, you know, something's being used. And he's like, oh no, it's not. And he opens it up, and he actually finds that little key thing that guy was making, and he grabs it, but Aaron knocks the dude out. So they escape, they get away. And that's when Scorpius finds out that they did escape. So they're locking everything down. So they're all running away, trying to, you know, get away. They have the talk. You know, we see Aaron goes to find a key so they can get away because they're locking everything down. They need a higher level to do it. And then we see Julian, she's talking to John like, hey, you know, do you want to be with her? You know, you asked me to come, but are you in love with her? Do you want to be with her? So she's trying to get this, you know, trying to figure it out, because obviously she kind of find out like, obviously he loves Aaron, but do you love me? Do you want to be with me or you want to be her? And she keeps on like trying to figure this out. And John is like, I don't know. You know, this is not the time. And right when he's about to answer, but we see Aaron and she actually runs into Christ in the chair. And, you know, he's still sitting there and she goes and she's talking to him and he didn't know who she was. And then she rolled up in front of him. He was like, oh, it's you. He's like, all right, I command you to get me out of this chair. It's like, no, I'm not a peacekeeper anymore. He's like, yes, you are a peacekeeper. You're, you know, bound by honor. He's like, no, not by your honor, not what you did and all this stuff. So we see that Aaron finally like puts her foot down to not want to become a peacekeeper anymore. Because, you know, we see, as you know, in previous episodes, she was still conflicted about her being a peacekeeper and, you know, could she come back to being a peacekeeper, and would they forgive her and all that stuff. So it seems like this was her moment where she was like, nope, I'm done with being a peacekeeper and all that stuff. And she took his little chip thing and then she cranked that freaking chair on high. She was like, you're going to remember your memories. You're going to go through every single one of them. She cranked that bad boy up and then he started screaming and she just walked off like nothing happened. So they're ready to leave. They start running off and Julina stops Aaron and is like, hey, do you love him? You know, well, she's like, wait, what? What are you talking about? And then she was like, you know what? Obviously, you probably, you know, you do love him. So, you know, I'm just going to stay behind. You know, you guys go. She knows the deal. She knows that he doesn't love her. You know, he loves Aaron. So she's like, you know, just go ahead. You know, don't worry about me. You know, I'll be fine. And she, you know, Aaron wants to thank her because she saved her. She was like, you know what? No, you know, you helped me. I'm like, you know, let's go. You know, but nope. She said, nope, you go ahead. And so they left. So back on Moya, Moya is ready to have the baby, but they had problems because there was a problem where she needed to have like equal pressure. So they had to fill, you know, the ship with, you know, pressure from outside. So they had to be all equal. So they didn't know what to do. They had to go into these little pressure pods or whatever. So Shiana and freaking Rigel, they go in there and he's farting and stuff like that, and he's touching up on her and all that stuff. It was just hilarious. But come to find out, they actually, once that was over, the baby was still there and they can see the baby, and it's a crazy looking ship, but the baby has guns on it. And let me see if I can remember exactly what they were saying. Like when Dargo hit that shielding, it kind of like messed up the baby, and now it was using some, I guess, peacekeeper technology was getting inside, and it was using that too as well. So that's how the baby ended up having guns and all that stuff. So this is the first Leviathan with guns, because yeah, this is crazy. So, and it's guns like that's pretty much a part of the baby. It's not adding weapons to the ship. It's its own guns, which is wild. But the baby can't get out. It's stuck. This is not normal for, you know, to have guns. So it can't fit out. It can't get out. So the baby's panicking, and it has guns. So it's about to shoot its way out. And they're like, holy crap, this baby's about to shoot and kill Moya just to get out. So Cheyenne like, hey, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to try to cut it out. You know, so she's trying to do that. Wouldn't work. But then she's like, you know what? All right. Because Moya was trying to hold the baby back from not shooting. She was like, just let the baby shoot just a little bit, you know, just and get itself out. So that's what it did. Cheyenne couldn't get out, almost didn't get out in time. She almost getting killed. But she gets out, the baby gets out. So everyone, they make it up top, and we see peacekeepers come out and they start shooting and stuff like that. They get into a crazy battle on this, you know, the surface and all that stuff. They kind of make it away, and right when John was about to go, we see Scorpius. He grabs up John, and he's like, nah, you're not going. You're coming back with us. And then we see Jolena. She points the gun. She's there. she didn't leave. She came back, and then she's pointing the gun, and we see John's like, yes, thank you, Julian. Shoot him. And she doesn't shoot him. Like, I don't know what the hell she was doing, but then Scorpius just shoots her in the gut, and then John gets away from Scorpius, and they get away. They go back to the ship, and we come to find out that they learn about Moya's baby and like that, and then we see Moya's baby flies, and it's crazy looking. I like the color. I like the way it looks. It looks wild, but I really like the way it looks. That's one thing I like about the show. They do their ship designs are really cool, very original too when it comes to the ship designs. And then we see Jolena, and they ask about her, and they're like, how is she doing? They're like, not good. She's not doing good. So we see John talking to her. I think Zan and that one guy was there, and she was in a lot of pain. And then the guy comes. He's like, hey, here, let me help you out. And he actually gives her a memory, or just like a vision of the memory or something like that. And he was like, oh, I've been holding this place back, and here, take it, look. And she's like, oh, it's beautiful. It's kind of calming her down. And then so they leave, and then she's talking to him like, hey, obviously I wish things were different between us. If things were different, would you love me? Like, wow. Like, he stopped loving her. Like, it's wild. It's wild because it's wild. Obviously at first he did love her. It seemed quick though. It just, sometimes it's hard to tell with the show, like how long it's been in certain situations. So obviously they fell in love. It was there. It's weird because like they fell in love, then they split up, and like he was like still in love with her. He was like, don't worry, I'll long distance relationship, I'll come back, and I'll find all this stuff. So she's like, cool. She's waiting for him. He shows up, and then he's already fell in love with Aaron. So it's like, oh, and they already had, even before he met Julina, they already had they had sparks already, even when, because Aaron was jealous about them anyway, when they're, all hugged up and stuff. So they had sparks. And now that obviously he's in love with Aaron, it's just crazy that she was like, would you love me if things were different? And he was about to say, and she was like, can you just please kiss me one last time? And they kiss, and then she dies. Oh, it's crazy. Really good episode. Really good. The first part, second part, like a two-parter episode, and it was so good. They did a really good job with this one. I really like this episode. So guys, let me know what your thoughts. Did you like it? Did you not? Whole thing with freaking Moya's baby. That thing is crazy. So yeah, awesome episode. So thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to see this full length reaction, check us out on Patreon. All right, guys, I'll catch ya. Peace out.